Let's talk about something that can heal a family or hurt a family even more: communication.
Welcome back to Grace in the Journey. This is part 4 of rebuilding what was broken. We've acknowledged the cracked. We've owned our part. We've started rebuilding trust brick by brick. But here's how many families get stuck: communication. Because even when hearts want healing, old patterns still show up. Some of us attack, others withdraw. Very few of us were actually taught how to communicate safely. Proverbs 18:21 says, "The tongue has the power of life and death." That's not poetic exaggeration. Words can either rebuild trust or tear it down in seconds. When relationships are fragile, communication becomes even more important. Let's talk about the two common extremes. First, attacking. Attacking doesn't always look like yelling. It can look like sarcasm, interrupting, bringing up the past in every disagreement, using phrases like "you always" or "you never." Attacking may feel powerful in the moment, but it creates defensiveness. And when someone is like defending themselves, they're not hearing you. James 1:20 says, "Human anger does not produce the righteousness that God desires." Anger may feel justified, but uncontrolled expression damages rebuilding. Now the other extreme, withdrawing. Withdrawing looks like silence, avoiding hard conversations, saying "I'm fine" when you're not, emotionally shutting down. Withdrawal may feel safe, but it creates distance. Ephesians 4:15 tells us to speak the truth in love. Not truth without love, not love without truth. Truth and love together. Safe communications requires 3 things. First, slowing down. When emotions rise, wisdom lowers its voice. If your heart is racing, pause. If you feel defensive, breathe. Second, ownership language. Instead of "you make me feel," try "I feel hurt when." Ownership lowers defensiveness. That curiosity instead of accusation is number 3. Instead of assuming intent, ask, "Help me understand what you meant." Most conflicts escalate because we assume motives, but assumption is not understanding. Colossians 4:6 says, "Let your conversations be always full of grace." Grace-filled communication is not weak. It is disciplined. And discipline protects rebuilding. If your family has been fractured, your conversations must become safer than they've ever been. That means no scorekeeping, no bringing up resolved issues, no weaponizing vulnerability. You cannot rebuild trust while speaking in ways that destroy safety. And here's something important. Learning to communicate differently feels unnatural at first, especially if your family dynamic has always been reactive. But new patterns feel awkward before they feel normal. Stay with it, because when communication becomes safe, healing accelerates and relationships deepen. Speak life, listen fully, respond carefully. This is how rebuilding becomes sustainable. Before we close today, I want to leave you with this. Rebuilding doesn't happen because time passes. It happens because patterns change. If you want trust to grow, your conversations must become safer. That means slowing down when emotions arise, choosing humility over winning, choosing understanding over assumption. You don't have to communicate perfectly. You just have to communicate differently. Small shifts create big healing over time. If this message has spoken to you today, I want you to comment the word safe. Let's keep building conversations that protect what God is restoring. This is rebuilding what was broken. And we're not going back to old patterns. I'll see you in part 5. Bye-bye.